right. So, hello, all you beautiful, wonderful, amazing, spectacular tea people. Today, we are going to do a couple different things. We are going to do a live stream. We are going to do a live stream here, and we're going to have some fun with the live stream because today there's a typhoon coming to Taiwan, and we'll talk about the typhoon. And if you're watching this on Instagram, then you should definitely jump over if you have one of these accounts, either Facebook or YouTube, because I'm going to do a deep dive into talking about this typhoon. It's called like Hoi Kui, I believe is the name of the typhoon. But we will be sampling some black tea right here. We'll be sampling some black tea as we go. And we'll be sampling some of this black tea. Now, this is black tea from Jade Mountain. And I bought the bunch of, okay, I gotta keep these in order. When I got a bunch of the fall Jade Mountain Oolong, which will be released on Sunday, as well as on Sunday it's going to be released, as well as the fall Pear Mountain. So there'll be a discount on those on Sunday. So the Pear Mountain Fall and Jade Mountain Fall will be released. And if you guys want fresh oolong or you're jonesing for some fresh oolong, both of those will be relatively cheap and really, really good teas. But anyways, the point is, I got these black teas in as a sample. But today we're going to do black tea and we're going to talk about the typhoon, because there's a typhoon coming to Taiwan. And it is the first time in a very long time that we've had a typhoon coming to Taiwan. And it has been how many years now? 5. It's been 5 years. 5 years since a typhoon has hit Taiwan. One of the first years when I was here, and for many of the years as I was here and all of that stuff, I've been here 20 years. We got 5 typhoons in September one year. We got 5 typhoons in September for 1 year. So right now, there we go. I got a special prize with that one, which happens. It looks like anyway, somebody was using a broom there to get the stuff off the machine. And okay, so I've got these lined up. Let's get these in water. So there was 1 year, I can't remember, like mid-teens, like maybe 2013, 2014, 2015, around that time period, where there were 5 typhoons in September alone. Every single weekend, there was a big typhoon that hit Taiwan. And now what we're looking at is a typhoon that's going to be hitting Taiwan for the first time in 5 years. In 5 years is the first typhoon that's coming to hit Taiwan. Now, like I said, I'm going to show it to you right here. So if you were, there we go. So there it is. I think it's called HUI. KUI is the name of the typhoon. And if you are watching on Instagram, jump over into YouTube or the Facebook, because I've got a big screen and I'm going to go into it. I'm going to talk about it because there's a website called Typhoon 2000 that I've actually given them money in the past, and they do just an amazing job with all of these things, and we're going to talk about those things in a minute. But first, we'll talk a little bit about the teas, and then we'll talk about this typhoon, which just sort of came out of nowhere. The typhoon just sort of came out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, we're going to Taiwan. It was going to go up to Shanghai, and then just went boop, 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 boop. And now we're about 24 hours out from, I guess it probably should hit on Sunday sometime. On Sunday, the typhoon should hit. But why don't we take a look at these black teas? Now, again, I don't know much about these black teas. There's just sort of a number. And this was Taiwan Shancha. Interesting. Anyway, so these are the black teas that were made and were sent to me. And but we'll sort of drink these teas and sort of look at this stuff. Now, when you're looking at typhoons, what you really want to do when you're looking at the typhoons is you want to sort of, what's the best way to describe it? Actually, I'm going to wash this out. Typhoon and hurricane are the exact same thing, right? There's no difference between a typhoon and there's no difference between a hurricane. They are literally the exact same thing, just in different parts of the world. But when we're looking at the typhoons, and when we're looking at the what they're going to do to a place like Taiwan, the answer is basically not much. Not much. And when I say not much, I don't mean that there's not going to be some destruction. There'll probably be some, power will go out, or you might lose water, or this or that or the other thing. But the real big loss of life that would happen in other places where you get hurricanes or typhoons, is usually due to something very, very important. It's due to poverty, right? It's due to poverty. And Taiwan has the lowest poverty rate in the world. Last time I checked, which is a couple of years ago, but nothing much has changed in Taiwan. So my guess is Taiwan still has the lowest poverty rate on the planet. So what does that mean? That means that I get kind of excited about a typhoon coming. I get kind of excited about this typhoon coming because it's part of the ecosystem here. And it cleans out the rivers and it cleans out the mountains. It's part of us. It's part of us being in Taiwan, the people who are here. It's part of us. And I'm kind of excited because I'm happy that it'll happen, because it's been 5 years and we need one. But I'm also framing that with, there will be people who will lose things. I'm not excited about that, but it's also not the same as, say, a typhoon that would be coming to, different parts of the world, or a cyclone or something like that. They don't affect us that much. They really don't. They don't affect us that much. It's not as bad as some other parts of the world. So with that caveat, let's go. Let's jump into here and let's try the first tea. And then I'm going to go into the YouTube here, and I'm going to sort of describe to you what's going on the best website, the best typhoon website for Taiwan in the whole wide world, which is Typhoon 2000. So here's the first tea, which I know basically nothing about. And it is a Ruby 18. Yes, it's a Ruby 18. A high elevation Ruby 18. I'm not really looking for Ruby 18s right now, but I'm going to ask the price, because this is comparable with the lower elevation ones. And if the price is right, we may be getting some of this, because the lower elevation ones are kind of expensive for what they are. Well, no, it's the best Ruby 18 you can possibly buy is the stuff that I get. But there might be a way to get cheaper teas. I'm going to ask how much that one is. Okay, so there's the first one. We got 3 more to look at. Now, what we're looking at when we're looking at this map here is, right now, is extraordinarily active. Every year you're getting active typhoons coming through Taiwan, right? So in this area, the waters east of Taiwan and northeast of the Philippines and south of Japan are the most active waters on the planet. They produce absolutely the most amount of storms. And what you're looking at in this map right now is three storms plus a tropical depression, right? Which is a 35% chance of turning into a typhoon in the next 24 hours. You can see this one right here. Now, this one over here is not going to really do much to people. There's this other one over here, Saola, which is right now in Hong Kong. So if you know anybody in Hong Kong or anything like that, they're literally going through a typhoon right now. And this is the one where, it's Haiku. Haikui. I thought it was Hui. Anyways, it's Hai. Well, this one is a one that is headed for Taiwan. And actually, right now, I don't know the strength of it. But we are at Typhoon 2000, which is by far the very, very best thing here. Now, you can see up here, this is Typhoon 2000, the Philippines' first website on tropical cyclones. And Saola is the one that's number 1. Okay, let's see, multi-agency tracks. So we'll look at this, the multi-agency track. Now, if you're on Instagram, then that's the picture that you're looking at right now, is the multi-agency track. And so here you can see here stem cell advertisements. Isn't that interesting? Anyways, now take a look. That is Hong Kong, Japan, Beijing, Taiwan, Korea, and the Philippines. All those different countries are taking a look at that, are using their models to predict what's going on right now. And I'm going to put my mouse right over where I am right now. So I'm going to put my mouse over where I am right now. So you can see that it looks like, what's color is that? Japan and USA. Uh-oh. Japan and USA are saying that the eye of the typhoon is going to hit this exact spot where I'm drinking this tea. Now, this is a black tea that's pretty good. Not bad. But it's been roasted a little bit. And so trying to get, I think he was trying to get chocolate notes out of it. But he roasted it. And I don't think it's what I'm really looking for right now. Those roasted teas that have those big, big chocolatey notes, they can be better than this. They can be better than that. But that's okay. It's not too bad. Okay. We've done 2 teas so far. We'll do 2 more. I've got about 10 more minutes before I got to go to the post office. Now, what we're looking here, you can see that the chart, this is 24 hours later. So this would be noon on Saturday. And so 48 hours later, noon on Sunday, it's going to be kicking our butts. And you can see some of the countries are saying it's going to hit Taipei. Some of the countries are saying it's going to hit directly here on us. But when the point is that when every single country is saying that it's going to hit Taiwan, chances are it's going to hit Taiwan, right? So when every single country is saying it's going to hit Taiwan, chances are it's going to hit Taiwan. And so, like I was saying before, I'm hoping that it's maybe a category 1 or a category 2 or something like that. Something that's not too strong. That's just going to give us a lot of rain, but not too much rain, enough wind, but not too much wind, and that it really won't kick our butts too much. But let's take a look at the satellite images. So the satellite images of this stuff is so much fun. If you've never watched this stuff before. So you can see it here. So there, right there, that's the VIR, which I believe is the visual, like what you can actually see from the satellites. This is the one. RBT is the one with all the bright colors, if I remember correctly. Yes. So there you go. So over here, this is Taiwan. Now, doesn't that look like, again, if you're on the Instagram, jump over to YouTube or Facebook, check this out. Because this is the one, like, they do the colors. They do the colors on this. And you can see, wow. Now, I've been looking at typhoons and sort of studying typhoons as an amateur for many years. Ooh, this is a pretty good one. I'll take a double check on this. This one might actually be okay. I'm going to add some more water to it. But what you're looking at there looks like it's a little disjointed. It might be going through an eye wall replacement. Let's see if we can get another. Let's look at the VW. Yeah, that's not telling us too much more. Anyways, let's look at the visual there. Now that is a picture that's picture perfect of early September, this area of the world. Now there's 2 big old typhoons. Now the one hitting Hong Kong, there's one hitting Hong Kong. You can very easily see its eye. And I was right for the one, this Hai Kui one, that's going to be hitting Taiwan. It looks like that it's going through an eye wall replacement. And so the eye is not, it's there, but it's sort of, the eye wall replacement sort of goes, whoosh, whoosh, and then it sort of slows down and then gets strong again. And then the eye wall gets broken down, and then it happens again. So like it goes through these cycles, and it looks like it's going through one of these cycles right now, which is actually a pretty bad thing, because what is it, like 24 to 48 hours? Sometimes it can be even less than that, but if I'm remembering correctly, the eye wall replacements, it slows down the storm, but then once the eye comes back, it's like twice as strong. We're not twice as strong. It just gets stronger, more intense. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen before it hits us. But you can see that these storms are literally the size of Taiwan. They're literally the size of Taiwan. And so actually I'm starting to get a little worried here. Let's see, let's take a look at the JMA here. And this is the Japan Meteorological Fellows here, and they do a pretty good job. You can see just how wide the range is, but Taiwan is actually in that entire range. So I'm actually surprised Japan has it going all the way to the bottom of Taiwan and all the way to the top. But that means that, we're probably going to... Yeah, I'm a little worried about that eye wall replacement right now, actually. I am. I'm a little worried about it. Let's see. What's this guy? So this is what it did in the past. And so you can see this is kind of interesting. I didn't pay attention to the storm because look at it, right? This is the log of what they were predicting. And it was going to go to Shanghai, then it was going to go up between China and Korea. And then you can see right here, bang, it starts to moving south really fast. And so boom, 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 as it gets closer, like it's coming right in for Taiwan there. So I was not paying attention to this storm. And now that I am paying attention to the storm, I'm like looking around my warehouse going, oh crap, I'm going to have to start getting ready because this might be really big. But we still got about 48 hours. So that means we're going to have to get ready. No, this third tea, after sort of an intense brew there, it's nice, but it's nothing particularly special. Now, all of these are high mountain blacks. So what I'm doing is I'm really trying to find some high mountain black essence if I was going to buy one of these teas. And this one is just a little bit too light. And I got to stop watching this because it's going to make me nervous because it looks like this darn thing was aiming right at my hometown, right where I'm living, right here. This thing is like aiming at me. It's like, it's like, like, yikes. Anyways, let's look at this is the one with all the bright colors. Look at those colors. You can see right there, it's sort of bubbling up, and right in the center, it's doing an eye wall. It looks like it. Anyways, I'm no expert. It looks like it's doing an eye wall replacement. If you want to watch this happen yourself, you can come to this amazing website. I've actually sent money to this guy through because he does such a good job. But yes, so Typhoon 2000, and you can get the various tracks, and you can pay attention to this stuff and see what those of us here in Hualien are going to be dealing with in the next little while. But I got to go, and I got to start getting ready to create typhoon proof my house and all of that stuff, which I haven't done in a couple years. So I'm starting to get nervous. But anyways, it's going to be okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. And let's look at some. Here, we'll go back and we'll look at these colors to calm us down. What is it? They don't call them heat waves anymore. They call it global boiling. Anyways, so this is the equivalent of global boiling with the colors with the colors. The colors on this chart that you can see right here. But anyways, I gotta go. I gotta go to the post office and pick up my my children, and looks like we're gonna be able to pick up some beautiful jade, some really beautiful jade. So if you're interested in typhoons, I'll put some typhoon stuff on the feed over the next couple of days, and you'll be able to hear the haunting noise of the ooh of when the typhoon comes. But anyways, thanks for watching. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, night. Sleep well, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next live stream.